E aí pessoal, beleza? Vamos assistir um campeonatinho aqui da ESL Pro League, né? Tá passando aqui o jogo da Team Liquid versus G2 Esports, entendeu? Mas nós vai ver o jogo da nave que já vai começar daqui a pouquinho, já rapidinho. Quem curte a nave jogar, vamos ver aqui então o finalzinho aqui dessa partida e depois nós vai para partida da nave, né? Vou colocar o chat ali também, o pessoal tá assistindo, né? E eu tá podendo comentar. Pessoal, vai lá no meu canal aqui, ó, dá aquela boa e velha ativadinha no canal, e aí nós vamos poder estar conversando aqui e vendo, entendeu? É isso aí, deixa seu like, se inscreva e tamo junto, né? Eu vou deixar aqui do cantinho o chat para mim tá podendo ver o que vocês estão conversando comigo aí. Então vai ficar aqui o chat bem no cantinho aqui pra gente ficar conversando e trocando uma ideia durante a partida aqui. Beleza, pessoal? Tamo junto. Vamos lá então. Deixa eu só achar aqui agora que eu tava perdido no jogo. Ah, tá aqui, pronto. É isso aí, pessoal. Vamos lá então. Tô achando agora o chat, deixa o chat no ar. Pessoal que quiser trocar uma ideia. E aí, Vitor, beleza? É importante assistir um joguinho? É importante, é bacana? É bacana, porque com isso aí a gente vai podendo. A gente vai poder ali tá de repente aprendendo com os caras. Os caras é top, os caras sabem jogar pra caralho, então a gente vai aprender um pouquinho com eles.
Now they drop back into the mid to be. Amadex sees the barrel. He knows they're coming, but he can't hit the shot. And Nav takes him down. Hunter with a lineup, and they're jumping around corners. Liquid, the humanity fallen, finding frags left and right, and he's even going to close around with a third.
Well, Fallen's on one, 12 to 10, and Fallen making it all look doable. I think if there was one thing everyone expected, it was that Fallen was going to join this Liquid team and have some of his best form in any recent memory. Okay. It's just unreal. G2 calling in a little pause, trying to figure out how on earth do we stop this getting out of control? Because it is getting out of control. You're staring down the barrel of an eco. You're looking at giving 13 over to Team Liquid and then getting a buy, right? And then that really does leave you with that one little investment, that one buy round's worth of buffer to try and put a stop to this comeback. So the pressure is really mounting, and it's mounting fast for G2. Look at how happy Fallen is in that picture as well.
Smile.
Every time I see it, I'm like, man, there he is. Look at how happy that guy is.
He Liquid,
yeah, he does. It looks good on him. Yeah. Fallen looks good in blue. He's just so handsome. I can't take my eyes off of him.
Well,
good thing they took him off of me.
Security were called.
Get him out of here.
Bodyguards inbound.
Is this the music the bodyguards are coming into? They're like very chill bodyguards.
Yeah, slow motion walking.
Sorry, mate. If it's all right with you, and hopefully it is, could you please go away, Mr. Fallen?
And so we shall. We'll go right back in. Don't worry. You're not going to be left long. I mean, yeah, just Fallen's crazy. Liquid is jumping around mid to be, and they're going wild. I love what I'm getting out of Liquid right now. G2 clinging onto this map. Flash at long, goes high. Alicia's up and past it, but it will still blind him. He still gets a double. Does not matter, not for a moment. Naf sees the fourth. I'm probably expecting the fifth, but Hunter a long way away. This one as easy as it can be for Liquid. The Liege doubling up. And Liege, like, he's been, you know, numbers alone, he's been fairly quiet in this game. It has not been a problem in the slightest. And that's actually a great sign for Liquid when Liege has had some unbelievable performances in the group stages of Pro League so far. So him going quiet, and I say that very loosely, is you know, picked up by the rest of his team. Liquid made a lot of progress in a short space of time.
Esse é o pessoal que curte aí, ó, Jogaço,
Right now,
mano.
progressing to the
Finalzinho do
13th
time
round with nothing that G2 can do or say about it. Nico is hoping to find a gun anywhere, hoping to find an exit kill. Hunter, same story. He's at least got armor to save. Nico has nothing right now. That AK's at long, but they're not going to be leaving it alone. So Nico's got to fight for it if he wants anything out of this round. At this point, he's too far away. 13 to Liquid, 10 to G2, and the buy round that decides it all up next.
Oh, this is it. This is really where things get tricky.
Trucking.
Oh my lord. Rightio. So we've got this we've got the AWP on Nico. I really want to see him just go balls to the wall, right, and just start because like he's top in the charts. He's having a good game as Nico.
Yeah.
So if we can just throw him at the problem, see if he can take something away, that might be beautiful. He does have a good spawn as well for long or for a cat boost, and so it looks like he's going to get thrown up onto the catwalk with this AWP. Leaning towards this side of the map early, tags a liege in the lower tunnels. I think that was on a jump peak for info. That's a nice little tag to get out of him there.
Dá uma picada no pixel só,
Liege
né?
down
Não
low,
sabe
and
o
this
cara tá
time a
dando
much more
tiro no
active
pixel.
stance to this mid defense.
You can tell the call has been made that Nico got a tag because mollies, nades, they're all flying over the top of the doors. G2 trying to finish that kill while they've got it. Leech could go anywhere. Oh, very close for Nico again. Well, Harry, you wanted it and you're getting it. He's throwing himself into the fray. Double mid setup. Stewie again. He clears out Hunter from that corner. He's been so good at doing it. Oh, Jax fighting on the smoke. Grim doesn't realize till it's already too late. Flashed out Jax for the third. And while he'll get traded, it comes at a cost for Liquid. Heavy price to pay. Naf picks up the AWP and Elige is so low. He's going to go on a recovery mission. Retrieves the bomb, but look at Nexa right behind, up in T-spawn. In the back of your mind, and he takes down Liege. Naf in a clutch, a 1-on-3.
Yeah, we wanted a little more aggression, and I tell you what, it wasn't Nico to give it to us, it was Jax, but hell of a round to get aggressive. And then this wrap from Nexa as well, just to really drive it home for G2, or at least that's what they're hoping. Naf's still alive in the 1v3. Could stand to give it a go. With no T-spawn control, he's very, very nervous about getting wrapped onto. And he's probably imagining that G2 have a good understanding of, you know, like what position he's got on the map because of all the room they've got. So he's very anxious as he makes his way into this B site. Holding with an AWP on the cross is Nico, and waiting in the window is Amanek. Naf drops the smoke, but is dead to that AWP that's waiting in CT spawn. Look at the pile of bodies from Jackson middle. Absolutely shutting down the attempt at the mid plate.
Yeah. Grim almost checked this as well, right? Like sometimes that gap is not there. It depends on the lineup that you're throwing. Like, you know, CTs won't want to go through that because it's so predictable and you're just going to get spammed. But someone had to make a play, and Jax takes it upon himself, and he does exactly that. Great stuff. Even after they clear out the mid player, right? Stewie gets that kill on Hunter. Could have gone wild with that. Liquid could have run that fast mid to B that they've gone back to time and time again. Denied in this one, and like you said, the wrap as well is a perfect timing. A dangerous move to make, but the call was there from G2. They saw numbers in middle, they knew what to expect, and they've survived the storm. They've kept themselves in this map. Such a huge round to win.
Agora, na próxima é a nave.
13 to 11, and they've got to keep it going. They can't take one and done. Liquid aren't going to stop. Why would you?
See, Naf's trying to do a glaive there, fighting me with the AK.
Joga pra caralho, velho.
That tap through the doors.
Vai o Nico.
Glaive on Dust 2 is just something else, man. It's gross. Look at this, right? Little double long stacker. Oh, fallen. Holding that tiny little pixel gap. The molly forcing the position out of Jax and into the eyes of that AWP. And now the B crunch is in for Liquid. The timing on this is good. The player that was in B went to go watch middle. That's Hunter, right? While his attention's pulled away, they accelerate the pace into that B bomb site. Stewie's still waiting to catch rotations as well. And he has slipped the net for the time being. Dodging capture down here in the bottom of mid. If he gets rid of Nexa, this round should be a lock-in for Liquid. Stewie knows that this one kill could matter so much, but he's given it away. And with it given over a 3-on-3, now a lot of time has already ticked off this bomb, and G2, they didn't look very committed at first, but has that interested them? Has that one kill tipped the scales enough for them to want to go for this at the final few seconds? The utility goes in, it doesn't force a peek, nothing's been given over, and Grim deletes the first player in through the window. It will just be this save for Nexa. They lose 2, throwing them in through the window, and Team Liquid get up onto 14, looking to run away with this one.
Oh yeah, the bomb blew the orb to Nexus, so he did grab that at the last second, but Liquid, they were more than in control of that round at all times. Yes, I think Stewie thinks that they're already saving, right? He's jumping up cat to chase Nexus, who is running to check for like that Apex move where you come in on cat on a lurk and you drop into CT and kill those retaking players. Like Apex and Vitality does that a lot. But denied. Even so, good combo in mid with a molly and falling on that tight angle again, giving us opening kills for Liquid. Back to T-Spawn, holding for the cross. Nico boosted up on Cat, waiting for the time to strike, and it is now. Stewie gone. Amanek at long in the meantime, so double AWP on A means Nico can float mid, and he's more than used to this back on phase as well. So posted in CT, knowing that Liquid could have this control and not wanting to give away another kill. Jax boosted up, not going to be able to do much now because Liquid are going back to tunnels, and Liege is on the lurk on his own and needs to remain aware of every position, but he has a Molotov to get Jax off this box. Meanwhile, Liquid are grouping up against Hunter.
Hunter needs like a 1-for-1 here. If this falls into a 4-on-4, it's very, very sketchy for G2. You might even feel the pressure to save, so you need Hunter to keep this in your favor. And with him dying right away, Elige is now able to pounce down here in mid. Leaving it with 3 alive for G2 and Elige not sticking around to fight out in middle is huge. Them not being able to recollect that lost man, to put it back into a 3-on-3, exactly like they did when Stewie was in that position, means that G2 are just saving off of the numbers alone. And so Liquid move up onto 15. Yeah, G2 get to keep this double AWP setup. The Famous as well on next against map point for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid have really found the solution. That one weird mid-to-B round where Jax is playing the smoke and kills everyone doesn't deter Liquid. They came in with a game plan and they were exploiting it very well. This mid-to-B is looking hard to deal with. And as you said, a very important detail that Elige escapes there after one, right? He doesn't hang around, he doesn't get caught, he doesn't give G2 the means to an end on that retake. And as well, double AWP for G2 was probably never going to happen anyway. They'd already seen what had happened when they risked going for it in the round prior, so didn't want to dig that grave any deeper. Jax hitting his scroll wheel, perhaps not what you wanted. That was the end of the round, that kill. Any hope out the window. And right now, Liquid just one away from stealing G2's map pick, with Vertigo up next as well. That's a terrifying prospect. That's even got the A1S, mate.
Look at this, right? A 4-man A stack for Team Liquid. Or for G2, sorry.
Yes. Not for long.
It's the damn blues, man. I'm always used to Liquid being the blues. Look at this. Out into middle, Elige creeping. Now back out of that smoke, decides, nah, I don't want to go through that. Hunter on the other side. Gonna rotate back towards B. So that 4-man stack was at A for a moment, making sure that Liquid didn't try to explode out those long doors. And that doesn't happen. They're quick to dismantle it. Go back into something a little more standard. Now Lax on the mid control again. RG2. Nico is waiting in the AWP drop down spot. His molly should force the reposition out of him, and it will. They've dealt with the AWP, they've got it off the angle and forced the reposition out of Nico. Now even deeper back into this A site. He's undeterred by that. He's getting aggressive again. The molly might have cancelled him off the angle. He's hoping that Liquid, as a result, are not ready for this wider angle that he's holding, but Fallen, waiting patiently for it, is delivered that opener. And now Team Liquid, they try to go. They try to pick up the pace. Jax is the only man that can stop it, and he burns out to Stewie's Molotov. G2 a man down in the retake once again, but this one matters. It's the game on the line, the map on the line. And Fallen with the bomb now planted. Liquid just have to wait.
Oh, the double nade put him low, but it won't finish it, and Hunter can't find that headshot angle. They double peek, and Naf falls, but so does Hunter. This retake again, cut down by a player, and it's not blues for Liquid, it's full-on Jazz right now, and this 3-on-2 ready to close the map. G2's pick, and they've got to pick it back up. This pace is slowing down, the bomb is ticking away, and Amanek in a 1-on-3 almost hits the collateral, but almost just won't cut it. It's Liquid One
E o
shot away
Fallen
from it. 10 health for
ali.
Amanek.
Fallen quer
And this
pegar
is
o
all
Alp de
done.
qualquer
This is
jeito.
all said. And there's nothing G2 can do. 16 to 11, and Liquid
Aí,
steal the map pick away. What a great
Bom
game out of them.
jogaço,
Fallen on the orb,
finalzinho.
looking ferocious.
Finalzinho.
And Liquid bringing a new level into this
Jogo
best of three
granada
series
agora, o
playoffs.
próximo jogo
Looking
granada.
good.
Vamos lá assistir. Tivesse chegado do trabalho um pouco mais cedo, eu tinha pegado ali um pouco mais do jogo do Liquid ali para ver o Fallen jogar. Vai jogar muito, cara. Meu Deus. Olha só as coisas do Fallen, mano. Pra caramba. Não perdoa, cara. Isso aí, vamos esperar agora o começo.
Malta has truly its finger on the digital pulse.
Próximo jogo.
Malta, game on. With 300 days of beautiful sunshine across the calendar year, it's the ideal location to take a load off, relax, and enjoy. Our World Heritage and UNESCO sites showcase the oldest megalithic temples in Europe, the breathtaking capital of Valletta, the silent city of Medina, and so much more. It's gamification in real life. Everything about Malta, namely its architecture, local village feasts, basilicas, entertainment scene, and multiple iconic film sets, make it truly unique. And with a vibrant video game studio ecosystem, major iGaming companies, tech startups, and esports companies hosted across the island, coupled with a passion for innovation, Malta has truly its finger on the digital pulse. Malta, home of gaming excellence.
It's a leash. He's at the backside of Catwalk. He can see players pushing him. He's spinning back and forth. A leash electric hold.
Looking to complete the sweep. Team Liquid have looked excellent here on Overpass. And a lead. Oh my god, he just executes them.
To OT, 100 Thieves, they had the advantage. They had Team Liquid right where they wanted them. Flashbang in, and they try and pop out on the back of it. Elise opening it up. Go on, bud. There it is, number 4.
Rapaziada, ainda vai começar agora a assistir o próximo jogo. Jogaço esse, cara. Jogaço, hein? Essa partida na nave promete.
Doesn't work out, but there's a lead. You said you wanted to see him. T3000 on the map. You've seen a lot of him. That's stunning from Elise. That's the big dog you want.
Olha, é muito bonito. As estratégias que eles estão usando também. Tá inovando no jogo, tá inovando. Vou falar a verdade, vai. Quem tá assistindo a nave jogar, não perde, cara. Não perde. Só de vida.
Just go down there, and now the spray. The murder box.
My mind, trying to find a story to believe. And I've been getting sick of how I'm spending all my time.
Que paisagem, que cidade. Fala a verdade.
And backstage I go to sleep, but I feel like I need to let go.
Olha, que coisa
And I can spin a web of any story that I like, but tonight I wanna make a masterpiece. Stepped out looking like a small fire, half glass and filled with desire.
Rapaziada.
Head down, but no one can deny it. life is fun when you're a liar.
What a great game of Dust 2 we just witnessed right there. It'd have to go the way of Liquid, though. The pick of G2 does not completely go their way. Liquid off to a strong start here in their playoff appearance. And we're going to continue to take a deeper dive into it. Yanko and Kassad. What's up, guys?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? How's the up, dog, Kassad?
What's up, dog?
Hey!
Yeah, I think it's just Liquid just was the better team in this series in this map by far. You have to remember G2 on both pistols, got off to a 3-0 start, converted, you know, the anti-force buy rounds as well. So, and after that, they just couldn't do anything more, right? Like Liquid would wrestle the control of the half from G2 straight away.
I think it's like comes down to Liquid playing basics basically on a very high level. That comes down to pathing, spacing, reactions, trading. All of these are things like that are basic in CS, and Liquid played it good. They didn't make any mistakes, unlike G2 that had some issues individually and team-wise. For example, having the, you know, one of the rounds on T side that we discussed where they kill an AWP on A and they commit to a B split where they had like all the space on A, some individual stuff that was kind of questionable, at least at the second half, and I think it came down to just Liquid playing better on this map.
From a strategic standpoint, it seems more questionable.
Yeah, just the basic stuff in CS were like better than G2. It's just simple as that. There was nothing crazy tactical that Liquid did to them. Just a straight up normal Dust 2 game with like basic stuff being executed better than G2.
Yeah, and would you happen to agree with that, Yankers? That seemed like a proper sentiment.
Yeah, I think so. I think for even in the second half, there were a couple of chances for G2. They had a few good rounds, you know, but there's a round where Nexa's hiding in the smoke.
Yeah.
Right, but he got a flash assist earlier, so they know, and he's also an A player, so they're kind of expecting him to be somewhere there still. Then the round where Nico gets an entry kill with the op, Liquid goes into a B split, Amanek misses a shot, right, and the round like completely crumbles for G2, and can just have those situations so many times. They should have also saved a few times. They went for some retakes, right? They could have given them a couple of more chances towards the end of that half.
Well, it's only fitting that we talk about ops and we bring in Nico and of course Fallen. Now with our Air Force head-to-head, all the numbers were there, probably faster than you caught him, Kassad, but overall Fallen shows up, continues to show up. Nico
Also, more pistol kills, I don't care, he's better. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Fallen especially, he had a rough start to that half, right? He was just getting, you know, destroyed. He didn't have a chance, right? Jax with a couple of entry kills, even Nexa with the deagle, right? But I think he definitely didn't let that affect his game. He had impact throughout the half, even in the second half.
And every shot that he was supposed to hit after, he just hit it. You can see it right on the screen. Every like easier shot that he was supposed to get, he just got it and made things easy for Liquid down the road.
Yeah, which is exactly, you know, what Liquid ended up doing. They like to make it as close as humanly possible, Yanko.
Yes. I think also, like, if you wanna, there's a really good example from this game of, you know, a direct op duel, and also like Fallen using his experience and combination of being the in-game leader and the opper to kind of take advantage of, you know, G2, but also what Nico was doing specifically. If we can just move to it right now, we have a cool example to do that. Yeah, exactly. So right, so this is something that Nico likes to do, right? When the opponents have cat control, he comes closer to this ledge and he waits for people to release their nades before he pushes all the way. You're gonna see that in effect right now, really, and he just goes, and that's always like a good timing for, you can see the second player is pulling out the nade. He gets the kill. Unfortunately, it was B split all the time. This was the shot that Amanek missed, and they just get all the kills, and Liquid wins an easy round. But here you can see in the last round of the game, actually, right, like Nico is in the same position, but look at the difference that we have right here. Fallen and Elige, Fallen is boosted up on Elige, and he's just holding the angle basically. Stewie is going to pull a nade and throw it to bait Nico into the shot. He's goes for the push again. He dies to fall, and they just speed up immediately towards the A site, knowing they killed the Opera, right? The player from side can't really do much, and that's just, you know, a good asset plan situation for Liquid, and they just close out the game right there. So, you know, fool me once, however it goes.
Shame on you.
However it goes, Trace.
Only twice.
You know, you can pull that move once in a half against players as experienced and as good as the guys on Liquid are, but you know, second time around they're going to be ready for it, and they got the easy punish there.
Yeah, speaking of easy, I mean, I wouldn't say that was easy by any stretch for Team Liquid. Now we go into Vertigo, and just real quickly, guys, this can go fast, right?
Yeah, Liquid on a 6-map win streak on Vertigo. I think the way G2 is playing, this is a 2-0.
Oh, that's a rough one, especially coming from Yanko. Kasada, I would love to hear what you have to say. But maybe next time. We're going to see if this has put any gray hairs on Moses' head, making them all so close. We'll find out in the next map.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
Hi, my name is Suli. My handle is Snix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help. Good luck, have fun.
What a duel.
Okay, Hunter. Okay. T-base or what? É T-base, bro.
Tá aí uma coisa que eu
you're T-base. You're always for me.
Eu tô com jogar esse God Surf.
What
não adianta, nisso eu não sou bom.
Ok.
Precisar, é uma técnica que serve no mapa, é pouco, cara. Eu acho que não tem tanta necessidade, eu não sei.
I found the gap.
Entendeu? Os pulos, sei fazer pulinho, sei jogar. Mas esse negócio de surf, não sou bom. Tudo que eu tenho que fazer na Dust, tem um lugar que dá pra você fazer escorregar no mapa ali também. Não
Why you go in jail? Like you fall down?
O cara faz.
You fall down in the
Yeah, I will go.
I
will try.
Pra mim.
Okay. Oh, you get the opera. Where? Where's the
What?
Tell me.
Yeah.
I just get the up on the corpse, but.
Wow, I'm an egg, man.
Well, it's time, Hunter, it's time.
You came
You
up?
don't play anymore. Yeah, you don't play anymore.
Where is?
I don't know. Oh, I see him. He's
Okay. Put.
You are smart, huh? You think you are smart. Ah.
Oh!
Reactive. Good J, guys, good J. But don't shoot, really.
Don't shoot.
We are brother. Look. Attack. 1, 2, 3. Go out. And he spawned in front of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Voilà.
You came up, Jackie?
No!
É, sei lá, velho. Tá graça, hein? Esses mapas.
Come, don't die, don't kill me. Look the weapon, bro.
Aquecimento.
Yeah.
Eu não consigo.
Okay, we go.
Voilà, Simmer. Thanks.
Got it?
No.
No, okay.
I gotta fight that.
vai nós ver os barquinhos de novo, né? Ó, que coisa linda. Eita, cara, olha aquelas lanchas no fundo. Fala a verdade, cara. O Brasil tem lugar bonito? Tem muito lugar bonito. Tem comparado a esse? Tem. Conheço. Sei que tem. Mas quando você vai ver um lugar assim também, você olha, você vê como é que era ali um antigo mundo, né? Europa,
ESL Pro League
demais,
is
né,
brought
cara?
to you by Gaming Malta, Intel, US Air Force, 1xBet, and DHL.
Que lugar bonito, cara. Isso aí, né? Agora que vai voltar já. Vai ver a segunda parte do jogo.
Genties and Ladleman, we're ready to head into the second map of Team Liquid taking on G2. Now, right now, Liquid are a map up in this series. If you just missed it, it was Dust 2, and you literally just missed it. But don't worry, you can right those wrongs right here, right now, by tuning in for Vertigo. It's the map pick, the Liquid bunch this time around, and they're looking to deliver on a 2-0 here over Nico and the boys.
Yes, indeed. Get your cutlery, tuck in, chow down. It's lunchtime at 7:28 in the evening, and Liquid G2 going in hot. Liquid, I mean, they've had a great run on this map.
Mapa Vertigo, mapa top.
6 in a row on Vertigo.
Top.
G2 have a lot to learn, and right now they're going to get taught a lesson. Liquid running up on that A site. Nico's on the boost spot. 4 here for G2. They hear the footsteps. They know where to go. Then Liquid call the break. Hanging out, waiting for that short smoke to fade. Double setup here. Important that G2 keep short up, right? Because if they lose it, Nico's going to get picked off the top of the boost. They don't know he's there yet. Nexter and Hunter are re-aggressing. Grim going to meet them here with the Glock. Flash in, they back out. And Nico's now on an island. Now he's screwed. Grim tries to go for him, and it's all a bait. They drag him in, they drop the bomb. Stewie gets the trade, but with G2 still entrenched in the bomb site, Liquid have to fight their way through. Hunter's tapping back. He's got 2, and now in the clutch as well. Some close shots, puts Jax low, but they're double facing. They're not giving him any room to move off this sandbag. Oh, it's dicey. It's not pretty, but it's only a shot from death for Nav.
Oh, it should happen eventually. They should get him. They should get him, but he just refuses to die. Nafly, not wanting to go down, and there it is. Finally dealt with by Jax, like we all knew would happen. G2, they find themselves the pistol here. They get off to a good start. And that's going to be a real necessity, right? To brush aside the kind of grisly defeat you just got dealt back on Dust. Might have been 16-11, which, you know, looks like pretty close in the grand scheme of things. But especially as we got to the end of that game, Liquid, like, really raced to the finish line, right? And it was in a fashion in which G2 were barely even able to contest it. The money becoming a real problem. We've already seen that be the undoing of G2 once. We don't want to have it happen again. So, good starts. Rare to come by, but you love to get them.
Grim never knew Hunter crossed out. You could see him jiggling. Couple of pistol upgrades here for Liquid, but by and large, looking like a clean G2 round here. Naf boosted with a deagle. Hunter might give him what he wants. But even then, no. 3 for Hunter, and an ace on the cards, denied by Fallen. But he won't get much further than that. 2-0 for G2. And no, not the series, just the map in question. G2 now got to deal with the AKs, right? And they are not exactly armed or dangerous. They've still got Famases in play. I guess dangerous regardless of the weaponry, but Liquid are in with their first rifle round sooner rather than later. Fallen will be buying up, not saving for the AWP. And I'm interested to see how G2 are doing this map, right? Like, at least for Kenny, he was pretty vocal in saying Vertigo was actually his favorite map to AWP on, right? So, you know, Nico's got big shoes to fill in that sense. Showed up on that first map, had some great rounds, but Fallen with his number.
mate. Like, it's weird because Fallen has become like Nico with rifles, and Nico has become like Fallen in using the AWP.
I get that, yeah, the taps, sure.
Right? Fallen's always been good for these tap clutches as of late. Seeing him on an AK doesn't get me anywhere near as worried as perhaps it used to.
Deu dano. Dano em 2. No Elige no Sutuke.
But it's a very, very slow round. And Naf trying to get rewarded for his patience, catches one player in mid. Now he's not ready for this second man. Close left, Hunter. Oh, that's a free kill. He collects his reward. Man advantage taken.
Só cai pra baixo ali. Tava bom, precisava ter pulado pra lixeira. Foi tentar pular pra lixeira, morreu.
Yeah, reaggressing at A as well. Liquid are just getting set up here. They could be caught with smokes in hand. Stewie's still clearing short, and he's got a lot to clear. 3 here. Stewie with the first, and now Nexagon as well. Not ready for the third. I can barely blame them, but it will be traded here for Liquid. Now a path into that A site with the smoke down. Jax can't stop him. He wants to go and deny the plant. He's got to jump up over. Very dangerous decision to make. He's waiting for the flank right now. It's been missed. Grim. Oh, he doesn't spot Amanek, who goes wide. Grim's keeping his eyes on the prize, though, and so he will go back to assist and take that kill. Flank, for a second, looked viable. Instead, it's a save. Jax gets out of there alive, and Liquid take their first early.
It's a shame as well. You thought the Hunter, right, was going to be able to do enough with his quick MP9 work, you know, getting that early kill over in mid, tipping the scales in favor of G2 right away. That short crunch that comes in is pretty brutal, and it's a rough hand dealt to G2 on their bonus round. Now, they can come back in with another investment. This was this short push we're talking about. Just turns the triple hold to mush. They're ready for the wrap round. They're ready for everything on the Liquid side.
Tem necessidade de perder arma ali. Não ia conseguir fazer nada, sozinho. Bomba plantada.
G2, I imagine, just going to partial. It's you know, like not the nicest call. You've only just given up your first round. Some teams might even like to force buy here, but eyeing up a buy in round number 5 going to be the aim of the game for G2. So just the Deagles 2 in play here alongside that famous and a triple B stack early.
Parece que é uma 5-7.
Make that a quad, Harry. Put everyone here. Molly, oh, that somehow climbs and tags Jax on top of the boost. Liquid being methodical on this B take, at least getting a lot of utility in, not in a hurry. Trying to see if G2 get them any fights and any re-aggression on both sides of the map. They actually don't know fully what G2 have brought into this round, right? Are they going to put everything in, get that force up? You hear the FAMAS, you wonder, but it was safe. So Liquid are trying to ascertain the buy here from G2 before they make any kind of commitment. Stewie's clearing a lot of real estate on A in the meantime as well. Fallen's going to grab the bomb, but actually take it towards B. So Stewie selling the fake that draws players over. He's walked back out silently, and G2 have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Will they check for Nexa? No, but yes, it's a mixture of the two. Only good for the tag onto Elige, and the B site is lost. Jax might want to think about saving this FAMAS. Now, Stewie is a tantalizing prospect in middle. It's a little free AK. They want to try and get their hands on it. Stewie wants to let them do anything but. And Elige is even wrapping Jax in middle. Stewie should have this locked in. Should have it locked in. Stewie don't often miss these. You can just feel it.
Ooh.
Can feel it. But don't worry, because Elige is that as well.
But Grim, he's the guy that, he's the guy that we're always talking about.
Grim is the guy we're always talking about. He's in with the double in that round there. Team Liquid onto a second. Now we've got that reinvestment coming through. Nico with money to get the AWP. Hasn't purchased it up right away, but is dropped one over. So dropping an M4, getting a bit of utility behind it. Cash kind of jiggled around here. Still with a couple of undesirables in play.
Nico did have the money for the AWP, but instead he gets it dropped, and now Jax doesn't have armor with his M4. I feel like that's, you know, maybe you're hoping for Nico to have the util, right? He does drop that A ramp smoke. That could be the reason alone, but feels like a weird one. Jax's glass A1S. Very strange. Elige in the smoke. Hunter pushed in through short, takes it down, and then nade bangs Stewie out of the round as well. There's a response for Fallen at least. but it's a costly one for Liquid, and G2 are still taking ramp. Further flashes force Liquid back into what looks to be a B play out of the gate. They're getting given the bomb site. Amanek is playing connector, so Liquid can just waltz on in and get the plant if they want. That's not information they have, though, so hesitating and going back to this A ramp, expecting what would be a B stack, right? If G2 have all this info, which Nexa is gaining right now. He does get spotted off that boost. He's going to go back in for a fight. Oh no, just more info. Sees the bomb as well. And so look at those rotates. G2 were about to lean B. Now they run right back to where they began. And it's a mind game right now. Bomb is alone on A. Fallen finally joining his teammates. Grim taking B, and in the meantime, this site was given up, right? It was a retake setup. Instead, it's Amanek entrenched at the back of the pillar, waiting for them to commit. Hard spot to clear. They have a Molotov available on NAF, but how telegraphed do you want this B take to be? You've just spent time faking that A site, a fake that G2 are not falling for. Hunter's rotating in.
Vamos tentar execute B.
Yeah, you've got all this utility as well. You could try and molly Amanek out, but instead they run in dry. They don't check the back left corner. And so Amanek dropping a smoke gives himself even more room to play around, and then just fights Fallen head on. I think he was hoping that Amanek was just going to hide, right? Just going to, you know, not peek, give him room without meaning to. Whereas Amanek was very, very keen, very, very gung-ho to just throw himself into those engagements. That's a nice double setup, right? G2, they draw the attention in with Hunter taking that immediate fight. Amanek never pressured to swing. It's just allowed to wait for the kills to drift onto his plate. And now a pause called in for Liquid. They're feeling the pressure early in this game.
Yeah, some nice rotates out of G2, right? They don't fall for it. They go right back into A, and even there for a second as Fallen fakes it, they split 2-2, and that's a safer call to make in that position. It could go anywhere. And even the fact that we have a rotate into B early, we have Hunter there, like even if he doesn't get a kill, it's enough to sell it. Like Liquid just don't check Amanek, they don't realize there's a man entrenched.
Terceiro jogo, tá 3-2, rapaziada. 3-2.
So G2 fighting for it, back in the lead. But as we know, you know, we saw it in Dust 2, it was very close at the half, it was very back and forth, and then Liquid did start to run away near the end with some mid to B, so strong start means nothing in the long haul. Naf looking for a B pick. He had spawn. 2 nades thrown at the same time is info for Liquid, but they won't get anything from it. Solo A on Nexa is fine. They have no need to be worried with Elige alone at the bottom of ramp.
Fallen já tá de Alp.
Oh, won't fire a shot. Nico not perturbed by the bait peek of Stewie. And Liquid go back down the ladder, swapping guns back and forth. There it is. And now grouping for this A take. And just keep your eye on that minimap, because these CTs are so good at finding this info. I was going to say they were rotating 3A, and now they've taken B stairs as well. That's further real estate for G2 in this round. It's going to set them up for a fast flank when they know Liquid are committing.
I like this little change though. Naf didn't have any utility, whereas Stewie's got one of these smokes. That's why they've traded the AK between these two players. Naf is now holding the flank with no utility on a Tech 9. And so you've let that smoke AK player go up and help at the A site. Naf is going to get away with this kill, and there it is. He comes through with it. That's now a gun for Nafly. A kill gained. He's faking noise like they're running towards B on the back of that pick, and that has forced rotations out of G2. Naf and the rest of Liquid have just masterminded this round. It's only 1 kill, but it threw a bit of chaos into the mix for G2 and has weakened this A hold as a result. Only by 1 player. Nico going up and over, removes Stewie 2K. The AK now out of the round. 15 seconds, and the bomb is dropped by Nico. Still waiting as Nexa over at the short side, trying to deny that bomb plant, and he's denied it too. The bomb now lost, and the time running out. Elige is just looking to save, looking to stay alive, but even then, dying after time is a very real possibility. The short wrap from Nexa doesn't quite mop him up. Elige fights another day, but it's still 4 on the board for G2, and the money now in a really weird spot for Team Liquid.
Yeah, nice shots out of Nico through the smoke, and this smoke dropped by Liquid, right? Like, they didn't know about Nexa in the first place, but dropping that smoke made it worse for wear, right? They're desperately trying to get the bomb planted, smoking off short while they do, and there's a gap, there's a huge gap for Nexa to see the feet. He can see them crossing in, and they can't see him, so yeah, Liquid couldn't even get that trade off and try and plant the bomb. Nico threw enough disarray into that round to keep G2 in it, above the water. My goodness. It's nice to see G2 not falling for the fakes though. As you said, like Naf runs back, that does force 2 players to run B, but then the call's made, like, actually only 1. We only need 1. We don't know. It could be bait. It's only 1 man, and so, you know, running right back in was Hunter, who seems to be very floaty in this map already, right? Just moving around, playing off of the footsteps that you hear below, always in the fight, no matter what site. And now he's backed away with a vengeance. Oh, the boost toppled with a nade as well.
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't a Liege on the receiving end of that, right? You still have the AK and armor. Could have very well have been that AK removed. Liege has got to do it all in this round, though. You're asking a hell of a lot of Liege. And while he's so often someone who can deliver these big moments, a round in which he is solely responsible, well, that's a tall ask for anyone. Liege clearing out the boost. If he swings short now, the timing might be good for him to disrupt this boost play. Hunter will come in with the trade, and now with just the Glocks left, it should be the cleanup for Hunter. There it is. All the kills coming in between him and Jax, and G2 take a nice clean 5th round. Hunter topping the charts at 12 and 5. Closer to 200 ADR. At 100, he's having a hell of a game.
Yeah, things are feeling pretty good right now for G2. Liquid do have a really good CT side on this map as well, but it's a very strong start out the gate, considering Liquid could have just won that rifle round on A and broke G2's money yet again. Now they're the ones struggling. Now they're the ones forcing Galil's. It's Deagle on Fallen as well. Taking the B stairs late. Util thrown over from mid as well. Just another deterrent to Liquid. They're holding on to their Util. And Nav's holding mid. He might get rewarded. A lot of safe positions from him, just spotting angles, playing little pixel gaps. And as a result, he'll not be netting any kills, but he will be keeping G2 out from taking that real estate. They know Liquid is still on a default. Some smoke dropped by Grim, looking like a one-way of sorts.
I love this, man. We were playing with Rush the other day, and he starts busting these out, right? Liquid are using them as well. You drop these smokes underneath ramp, and you can fight over the top of that, giving yourself like a little one-way into the B site. It's lovely.
And even though G2, you know, they don't see anything, they don't want to peek that smoke. They don't want to get caught by it. So for a second, they don't have that information, and Liquid is set up on A. But as has been the case, G2 again reading well. Everyone here.
And losing the first man, and a big first man to lose, though. Hunter out of the round. Nico now trying to fill the void of his cousin. Fallen running in and out through the smoke, gets up close to Nexa and is on the receiving end of that M4. The bomb is tapped, but not stuck. It is now, and the spray has somehow missed. So the bomb plant's found. Elige claiming back 1. Right now it's traded. Everything's even, and we get locked in this weird state of flux. G2 moving back in. They tap the bomb, trying to bait peaks early, and they're given a fight, but once more it's kept even. Anything that G2 take away, Liquid are quick to reclaim. Stewie hitting a timing short side, lines them up for the double, and Liquid are in with a 3rd. Bringing this game back from G2, looking to run away with it. Now G2 running out of money, and Liquid closing the distance. Oh, said G2 one too many times.
Yeah, you said him again.
Really on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, can't blame you there. All everyone's talking about right now. I like the fakes as well. We see that from more and more teams, like going for different plant spots, tapping the bomb, running away, avoiding grenades. And right there, I think it was Grim, just taps on the right side, goes back to default, and somehow the spam does not connect. Hunter, very flashed out, but he has gained great real estate, pushed down on B, and they just give it up. They say, you want it, you can have it. Fallen, close range AWPing through a gap in the smoke. Gotta be very careful. And even Molly's come over the roof as well, so it's got to force Hunter back. Amanek still trying to hold on to this, but G2 cool to recede.
The decision to force around, you know, in this one is also not without risk for G2. Right, they might have been on a path to get a one-sided scoreline early on. If they lose this round, suddenly Liquid are tying the game back up at 5-5. So a lot riding on it for the G2 squad. They lose a man early. Once again, that one-way smoke is dropped at B. Only this time, Elige is looking to use it.
Oh, flashed out though. No one committing to it. Amanek trying to keep his position unknown. That flash wasn't for nothing. Elige thinks there's a player there, and oh, he could be right. Grim has to trade as a result. That's unfortunate. Elige was already backing out, going to A. And that's info again for G2. They see Elige retreating, and they know what the game plan was for Liquid. Will that remain the same, though? It doesn't look to be the case. Walking B to end. And it's, again, the Vertigo mind games coming through. G2, every read, every stack they've done so far has been correct, except this one. Seeing Elige walking back has sent them into this A site, and Liquid don't want to fall for it. Elige makes that call, and now they just run right rampant into B. Looking like a freebie here. Might need to be the save for G2. It's not like they can buy heavy around it, but this is not a good position. Nico hoping for the pixel kill. If he gets it, that could tempt them in, but not today. And so G2 saving their weaponry, giving Liquid the fourth.
This is one giant cone for cone kind. And one big fall. That's me. Look at this. Fallen. And the rest of the gang going to get away with these guns. Liquid on the 4. Now that 5-5 scoreline that we were kind of prophesizing on the back of this force is no longer a guarantee, right? The decision to just group up with 3, stack a site, very, very purposeful in that if it did come into an A play, as those rounds often have, then you've got a fighting chance. And if it went B, then you were saving. And so now you at least bring an AWP with you, you bring some rifles as well, a little bit more to fight with here. If you're able to get someone like Nico set up early with that AWP, if he's able to get a couple of openers, this round is still very winnable.
Yeah, the one thing that sucks about the position that G2 are in now is like, yeah, they're expected to lose this round. Ecoing is the right call, but you've only got 2,400 loss next round, so you're not going to have that AWP. You're not going to have everything that you want, util-wise, unless someone goes crazy in this round. So, Nico, all eyes on you. Back to the ramp. Back with a vengeance. Molly traps him here forward. The barrel can stick out, so you've got to be very careful. USP in mid spotted. And this smoke can often be used as one way as well for Liquid. Nico does catch Chewy, but he can't escape. The fade favors Elige, and Jax will get another kill for G2. Interesting now. Maybe the chance at a round after all, but Liquid have found the weak point, and it is B, with only a USP there on Amanek.
Yeah, but look at this. Hunter's left mid, and the reason he does that is to go and get the AWP from short side. He's now still very, very dangerous in this round. And so in spite of losing middle as a result of this reposition, you know, you've only got a USP in B. Amanek's role here was merely to delay and play for info. Now we're 3-on-3 with the AWP in tow as well. Nafly could end the round with that kill. And he likely has. But, you know, you're buying up anyway on the G2 side. Now, they're not going for it. They're just saying.
Yeah, double save is fine, right? It does mean that now, okay, things like that or things like the util, they're going to be more available than they were. And so nothing wrong with a double save here, but they would have loved to get away without AWP. Naf hits that beautiful timing into CT, just getting past Hunter. So Liquid, again, may have been a slow start, but a strong finish is what they have in mind. 5 found on the T side. And taking clean rounds of that, I say clean, 3 at a minimum. That's what you need to be profiting out of a round to keep 3 players up. Yeah, I like that Nico threw himself into the action there. Very unlucky on that smoke timing fade, right? Elige just sat inside of it, and as soon as, you know, if that smoke came down a couple of seconds later, Nico would have gotten out. He would have survived, and that could have been a very different round for G2. When we saw Nico on CT side of Dust, he was very mobile, right? He was AWPing close long doors. He was going back to Cat. He was dropping off Cat. He was getting a mid pick. You know, he was all over the place. So wants to try and do the same today. Fallen, however, falling first. It's Grim to trade, who has been very good at keeping these B defaults alive for Liquid, even when Elige has been getting caught or players have been going down. Grim has been keeping the round intact. G2 again, another deep smoke down on both sides of the map, and Nex is playing behind his. Chewy's looking for that pick above the smoke.
Yeah, Elige might be the man that is responsible for keeping this ramp play intact. As that smoke fades, Nexa backs up out of there, and he hits a good timing on it. Doesn't overstay his welcome. Lige doesn't get his chance at the entry just yet, but they do get this ramp control they were looking for. G2 leaning heavy towards the A site once again, having Amanek play this kind of hybrid mid and B player. Allows for an extra man inside of A, but now losing Jax, you need this extra body to really show its worth, with Nexa toppled at the short side, and even then, more damage done onto Nico. He's burnt out right at the very end. It's just Amanek. Low HP on pretty much everyone here. Amanek, what's he going to try and do? 35 seconds. The bomb plant's coming in. If he had a nade, could have been huge, but he doesn't. And we're not here to tell you about the things he could have done. Telling you about what he's doing. And right now, might just have to be a save. He's still floating around. Scary. Still floating about.
Yeah,
but just trying to get exits.
Even Liquid aren't convinced. Like, Elite is running towards T-Spawn right now. He's trying to cut off the rotate. And he's right already. Might not be in the right place as Amanek looks to save in B, but that was an attempt made. Liquid will survive here in the corner, just about. And okay, back in with another round. For G2 is far from free. They are yet again out of money. It feels like that's just the constant problem they're running into. CT side, you know what it's like. All been there. And now a timeout for G2 as well coming in. What will be their solution? Because we have seen signs of greatness from G2. We have seen good rounds out of them, some nice reads going on, not falling for the fakes in most cases. And the one round where Nico's had the AWP on A, when Liquid are executing that one round where Nexa was close short and he stopped the bomb plant, Nico got like 2 kills above smokes in that round. Like, he had a good one there, but we've not really seen him in the right place. He's been in for an opener, but never a closer, not since that round. So a half by G2 waiting for that AWP to come through in the follow-up. Anything they can do here, that's just gravy.
Oh, Amanek with the... Well, just absolutely destroyed.
That's what Liquid have kept trying to be doing every single round. Like, they've been often losing the first player there, just sending Fallen fast in. Nice shot for Nav. But that's finally what happens. That's finally the result. That's finally the round, the game plan working out for Liquid. And also, when they send Fallen in there, both times Stewie's been AWPing A on his own. So, you know, we're already seeing some variety with that AWP going here and there for Liquid. Something we didn't really see too much in the group stage.
Well, this round is now hanging in the balance of Hunter. Really, he's the only man. Actually, just... well, Liquid up on a 7. Like, we all knew it would happen. It's the team ace, everyone pulling their weight in that round there. I wanted to go on about, you know, your little Fallen Stewie point. I think for a lot of people, you know, they're very, very happy because it feels like we've got like a very high-impact Stewie back in the server, right? I think without this guy being burdened with like having to try and lead a team, you're seeing all this brilliance out of Stewie again, right? You really, really are. And not only that, it feels like Liquid's biggest issue, which, you know, used to be kind of, oh, hang on a sec, we got this once more. The B aggression, it's just so punishing.
Yeah, I'm surprised G2 is still throwing bodies at this, like still fighting early stairs. They want to deny this map control, but it's always coming for trades for Liquid, which are going to favor that T side. Like, G2 have rarely won that battle out. The only times they win it are when Liquid don't go there, and then Liquid often retake the area late. But yeah, what were you going to say about Stewie AWPing, or not AWPing?
Yeah, and I was just going to say, like, you know, one of the old problems used to be this idea of, like, choking and, like, you know, struggling to get games over the line or having to grind your way into, like, a comeback just through having good individuals. I think since Fallen's been here, you see very, very, like, complete, resilient, like, sides out of the Liquid squad, right? Feels like they're always taking leads. They're always looking good to try and close them out. Astralis are the only ones that have really put them through paces in that regard. And so it has been a real treat what we've got out of them. Elige opening this round up. Hunter will trade it, but now they know he's at the sandbags. Tries to cross out of there. Stewie quick on the AWP. Hunter is still a threat, still a problem, and still very much alive.
Yeah, they know he can't be far. He's caught the timing on short. Grim's hunting. He's chasing. Is there a player to watch his retreat? Stewie. Oh, he's got it covered. And Liquid, every contingency planned for, dealt with. Only Nico. Nice shot. Flicks on this Stewie, but a 1-on-2 with a smoke down. That's not going to help them, actually. It's an elevator smoke. And, ooh, it looked like they were, for a second, they're going to go back, but they've committed. Fallen's out with the bomb. Nico knows he's got him trapped. Grim's getting closer as well. They're going to try and face double time, and Grim does it on his own. Liquid, no fear right now, right? Like, Grim's unleashing. He's getting these B picks alongside Fallen. Stewie shotgun AWPing. Great round out of him. And Nico, he may be there, but he's there too late. He can't do anything more than one. Is there any stopping Liquid? 8-5 already. And yeah, like Stewie, it's not even just spawn-based either, right? It's like 3 rounds now they've had the AWP. Stewie's been running it over Fallen. That's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. We see certain maps, certain halves, teams will swap their AWP over. And this is another example of it. Grim in the smoke, waiting for the flash, and Hunter again popped out behind. That's the bomb down in the open for G2. Oh my goodness, worst case scenario here for Liquid. And now the entire round is uprooted. The objective has changed.
Yeah, they've got to fight for ramp, they've got to fight for B, and Hunter is not ready to give up any of this ground that he's worked for. 3 in this round. And looking to get away with even more. He might have just saved the day for G2. They were in danger of getting 10-5'd in this half. Well, now, on the back of a partial buy, in with 3, retrieving this bomb, is now the priority for Team Liquid. Hunter still lying in wait. Still trying to do good on his promise to get this round over the line for G2. He might even be able to get the ace. Instead, Naf cancels him out on the swing. 1 man down. The jump peak for Stewie, not great. And so Amanek is going to be good to trade that back out, put G2 onto 6. And heading into round 15, it's another competitive half.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's the call G2 go for, right? We were just discussing, like, damn, G2 is still fighting for this real estate. That's interesting, right? Like, Liquid have been going for this out of spawn every round, going through the smoke with no stop. And I was wondering if G2 would finally give it up. No, they put 3 players there instead. They're like, fine, we know Liquid are taking this fight. And just wins the round off of that alone. I don't think Liquid really wanted the bomb out there. Fallen again back for it, but Hunter is not missing a beat right now. He may have been good on Dust 2, but he is out of this world here on Vertigo. Top of the server, 18 kills, and another opener to find G2 in a great position. They can finally concede B. They can finally back up and play this site. Leave Amanek to anchor if they want. Let Hunter continue floating. Let him find action as he's been doing all half long. And they've even got the flank down ladder to boot. Liquid are locked in at this A site, and G2 know exactly what's coming.
Liquid aren't going to get that stop them, though. They run it down. They get into the site. There are mollies to go down when this bomb is attempted to get planted for Liquid. However, it's stuck, and the plant's found. A 4-on-3 in the blink of an eye. Liquid trying to secure 9, and Naf's just fighting tooth and nail over the boxes, over the smokes, and he's raining death down from above. They spot a second player as well, hanging out at the boost. Naf has been dispatched to try to get this back under wraps, and he's in with the peak. Nexus out of the round. It's all onto Amanek in the 1v4. When this started, it was a 4-on-5. Now just 1 man, and Elige is there to get the trade. Team Liquid, 9-6, and looking for a 2-0.
Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? What complicate that feeling hate when it suffocates at the bottom? Don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel where I am now.
Hey Future Pros, I'm a big fan of Vertigo, and I know a lot of you out there probably don't love it as much as I do. So I thought I'd help you out and show you a smoke that will help you lock out the T's from the A ramp. It's a nice and easy smoke to throw and will even work on 64 tick servers. To throw the smoke, get up next to this wall. Find the corner of this tile. Run forward and throw the smoke before you pass the edge of the wall. 9 times out of 10 the T's will respect the smoke and not push through. However, be aware that they can still peek over the top of the smoke, so don't show too much skin. Good luck.
This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick. Push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had none. Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
We're all getting a little bit wet for Liquid right now. 9-6 as they lead the charge in this second map. A map up already in this series, need I remind you. That was, of course, after 16-11ing G2 back on Dust. Well, here on Vertigo, the map pick of Liquid, they're now moving into their CT side.
My, oh my, a great game out of Liquid. I would love to see more A executes in that, but hey, they may have more time in the tournament to show us still. Looking for the 2-0. Jax with a very sweaty smoke coming in on that A site, and G2 will be rushing it with 2. Notice the bomb is not here. It's holding on to B. They're waiting for aggression, and they get given exactly what they want. It's a downpour of death for Liquid. 2 kills. Now, will they check for Stewie? That's the question. Amanek still on A, selling this fake, but I mean, the bomb's been seen going back, and Fallen is flanking, but they are not committed. He hears them, and they see him. He's trapped in a corner, and Nico's got the kill. G2 aren't even playing for a bomb site. They're just playing for the T-spawn, and Stewie's caught with his knife out as well. There is no safety.
Nico's going for the knife!
Oh, no, he'll hate that. But it won't cost them the round. The A site's theirs, and Stewie is a long way from home. Fair play, to be honest.
Oh, big Stewie. Big Stewie. There's a bit of damage. Stewie. Ooh, there he is, dead to Nexa. And G2 get the pistol. 7 up on the board, just fed, waiting in the lower tunnels.
I like that fake as well, right? Sending a couple players up to A with the smoke down from spawn as well. You know, very quick smoke. It doesn't require you to get the ramp and get set up. It looks like the executor Liquid, and that's why they aggress B so quickly, because the call is, I hear steps A, there's a smoke A. How often are you going to get faked out in a round like that? And Liquid, who are already pretty pumped up from how this series is going, react quickly, and it cost them. 9-7, G2 buying time, and Nico buying a Krieg. Love this. Has been showing a bit of this in the Pro League so far. Liquid have forced this one, so they've gone in hard. Really looking for results. Elige is digging at B. Hoping it's not the game VM point, hoping he actually gets to play on his bomb site. And right now, looks like G2 are going to give him that at least. And I say it, and they concede, they go back. So you never know. Life of a B player, Elige feels it.
Oh, the Krieg V Scout. Smoke down at ramp. They try to flood around the left-hand side. Liquid, no choice but to give up ramp at times like this. They call for a rotation. 3 in this A bomb site. A smoke as well to go in it short. Give these 2 other players a little bit more room. Smoke now down and Grim waiting on the other side of it. His attention directed elsewhere for now. Gives Hunter a timing. It's Fallen opening up the round.
Okay.
Nico and Hunter doing what they can to reclaim lost ground, and Hunter's going to take it one step further. Oh, it's the 2 Deegs left, and the MAC-10's finding good damage. Jax gets the bomb planted. Nico is just playing around this bomb, waiting at the sandbags, denying a defuse. That's allowed Elige a bit of ground up close.
Jax.
The swing punishes him. And G2, they get onto 8. So in spite of those first 2 kills coming in, they're actually the only 2 found in the round.
Yeah, I find that very ironic considering it was, I think it was Jax who got shot through the smoke in CT by Nath in Dust 2, if you remember that dirty kill. And in this round, Jax spammed Nath in 2 separate positions down to 8 with the Mac. Looked like Elige had the drop on him, but Jax very quick. And Nath's not getting away with squat in this round. 8 up for G2, trying to slow and steady pull their way back into this game. Helps the Liquid of forcing in these maps and often, taking a beating on these rounds is going to delay their rifles yet again. Hunter's still keeping it up, man. 21 kills.
It's unreal, right? Like, early on, it was like, well, he just did well in the pistol. He had like a nice couple of follow-up rounds, and you were thinking, and you were thinking like, well, we can't keep this up forever. But no, apparently he can. 21 kills deep. Miles ahead of anyone else in the server.
Let's see if that keeps up into gun rounds, though. Remember the name, remember the number, remember the Hunter. Stewie's got this flash on A. Liquid are going to bop their way into the fray when the call is made, but G2 are in no hurry. And even looking at B with 3 as well. Ooh, it's a jump up, but Elige gets pushed back. Well, they come to B when you're on a P250 no Kev. It's not really what you had in mind. Nico just needs a single tap to get Elige out, but G2 in no hurry. We saw some fakes out of them in the pistol, so same story in this gun round as well. This anti-eco rather. Liquid dragged over to B, but they've got the ramp info, and so that's why they're only sat with Fallen here. He'll be calling for help, and there's the call getting made. Bomb spotted. G2 moving up quickly. They at least have the advantage position-wise. Liquid are not entrenched in A just yet. Hunter going to clear out Fallen, and with the smokes down, this is an easy free round for G2.
Easy and free, the 2 best combinations you can think of. Elige. That's pretty much all there is to say about him here. 8 points of health. And just hoping he can get away with a kill on the exit and run off with a gun. But that's pretty wishful thinking. G2 tying this game up. They send the SMGs out to hunt down this last man. And there it is, locked in. Bit of extra money made for Amanek. I think T-side is one of the most exciting things about this G2 team, right? I like the way they play. It feels like a kind of matrimony of like the style that Nico used to call himself back in FaZe, spliced in with a bit of what we're used to seeing out of Nexa and the old G2. So I'm a big fan of how they approach it, right? Like very, very slow, very, very measured, and then they kind of all group up and explode against you. But on top of that, the reason why the T side's so exciting is that Nico can bring this Krieg out, and he's been a consistent user of it. Always good to go up against AWPs on this gun, always making it look as strong as ever. I don't know how he does it. So let's see how this first rifle-on-rifle round pans out. Very, very measured bit of mid-control here from G2. Flashes in towards B, and 2 players trying to take this map control away. Nexa is just holding on to A ramp passively with his MAC-10, denying this information to Liquid, while the rest of G2 are out spread in across the map, taking control away.
Finally grouping on A though for G2. They've left Amanek here. Will he be selling a fake or trying to late lurk in? Oh, he's lining up a smoke and he's going to get denied by the flash peek of a Liege. Dropping that one way that we saw even Liquid use on the T side as well. And there's so much info for Liquid. They've cleared out all of B. They still haven't rotated too heavy. They're playing a safe retake setup on this A site. No one pushed in on short. Fallen's going to get smoked, hoping for luck shots here, really, but nothing getting given. And G2 get the bomb site for free. That's more of the willingness of Liquid to play for a retake in a round like this. They've got smokes, they've got flashes, and they've got the kit. With a bomb dropped to 15, someone needs to pick it back up. Hunter, oh, what a play! He goes through the smoke. Everyone's blinded. Oh my goodness, it's still a Liquid round, but for a second, it got you worrying. That plant denied, though. A bit of a catastrophe in the A-bomb site. And even Hunter couldn't save that. But he's on form right now. Like, that's a beautiful spray. That second kill, running, stopping, and still connecting the headshot on Naf. But it all comes too little and it all comes too late as the rest of G2 get cleaned up on that A site.
Yeah, man, it kind of feels sad for Hunter. Like, it's one of these things where it's like, well, what more can he do, right? You just need that, even that second hero player to start to find your footing around him, and suddenly you're on to something big.
Ooh,
Hunter and Nexa are going to open this round up with a killer piece. The A site is now looking tempting. Fallen lies in wait at short. The rotations are up and in, and Fallen swipe Nexa out of the round.
Saved Naf's life.
Yeah, Naf didn't know, right? Was just running in through elevator. Was about to be a dead man. Fallen saved his life, and he's given Liquid a chance. Stop the A play in its tracks. G2 just kind of grinding to a bit of a halt, waiting to see if they're given any aggression. And Fallen is about to give a fight over. Oh, Nico holding for it, but the shot is baited out. Fallen scoped up, misses one of his own, and now they collapse on him. Moving up through the ramp room, just one man left here for Liquid, and there he is removed. Might just have to be another save for Elige. This is basically his Vertigo gameplay. Will that first kill spur him on to attempt a very rough clutch?
Oh, they're chasing. Hunter's getting flashed in, man. He's going for it. And Elige running away, but not out of the woods yet. He's actually going to reroute, but no kit in this round. Maybe one dropped on the side, but they're not going to give him any kind of sneaky defuse today. Nico's hanging around for the bomb. Elige, mate. Don't you damn dare. There is simply no time. And Nico will not let it happen. Nice stuff. G2 back on the board. It's Nexa and Hunter to open up, and it's Nico to close the round. That got scary. Liquid played right into the hand of G2, right? Exactly what they wanted. That re-aggression, even with a missed shot from Nico, it causes enough problems for Liquid. G2 just face and face some more. The smokes come down. Nico quick scopes Naf. And it's no worry for G2, who now control this game, right? 10-10, and Liquid broke. Where is this going? Oh!
Okay.
Right.
You get that out of Naf, and it leaves you wondering, well, what else can we get out of this guy? Hunter's been given the very boring job of juggling the guns off of the map, but that's at least good at denying weapons getting retrieved, arming Team Liquid. You don't have to worry about that. You are still down a man because of Fallen, once again, no less. G2 setting up over towards the A site. They don't have map control anywhere else, so they're pretty committed to A at this point in time. I don't know if the flank's clean. Oh, Nico spots Stewie. Swinging out. That's given a kill away. 3-on-3 again, and now the smoke's down to allow this bomb to creep up. Stewie's going to be kicking himself that he gets caught up on the boost like that. G2 move into the site. Liquid looking like they want to just bound through this smoke when the bomb is tapped, but they can't deny the plant, and Nico's providing overwatch. Just Elige left alive again, coming in late from the B site, and Hunter gets rid of him. Elige having a very boring game right now on this CT side. This is basically what his Vertigo game is like, is he goes B, and maybe they go B twice in the half, and then, he dies to 5 people pushing. or he's having to rotate into a lost A bomb site.
And, you know, back in the new days of Vertigo, it was all pretty and exciting, and people didn't know what was really going on. Like, those A-ramp flanks were really, really viable. But nowadays, they just get locked in, right? You just play it from such a range. You either play that, like, little grimy corner at the bottom of A, or you just have so much time to check ramp and to peek in and out in your post plants as T's that you know you're getting flanked or not. So it's not like Elige has all these options open to him. And if your teammates aren't holding down the site, if you're getting traded and you know, G2 are getting bomb plants, chances are you don't even have your util left, right? As Elige is a B play, you've got to get grenades in early. Does suck, really does. And G2 are doing a great job of making this game suck for Elige. Even so, he's still fragging. But most of these kills held on from the first half. 11-10 and G2 in control, but for how much longer? Liquid coming back in with a buy round. We got Fallen Zorp as well. Nico taking a peek at B. Compare the CT side setups, right? Every round, Liquid were, G2 were taking those B stairs. Liquid are fine with giving them up, mainly due to Elige just being his solo most of the time. Naf peels away. Grim getting spammed. Very close. He does get caught on the exit. If he didn't shoot, he might have gotten away, but firing a bullet on his retreat, baited next to him for one more last shot. Re-smoke at B. It's a set one as well. Don't want to get that wrong and have it bounce down the stairs. Needing the corner boost, but there's just nothing being given over. G2 playing this like their VP right now. Man up and peeking nothing. Waiting for a mistake. And while Fallen has this control over ramp, they should be able to flash them off before they approach. And that's even if they approach. One-way smoke down for the short side. Fallen now knows they can climb up. And while they are, it's not where he thought they are. Hunter lurking A and the rest of them going up ladder into middle. Position that Liquid just haven't had to deal with all half long. It's Stewie watching it from Con.
Oh, the molly gonna force the reposition out of Stu. He peeks ahead of it. Gets away with the kill. And now his position goes on Molotov for the time being. That lets him swing in for another. He now mollies it himself, drops back to CT. Liquid with 3 strong in this B bomb site. Fallen is even wrapping through lower as well. And 15 seconds, Stewie 2K not giving up B, not giving the round to G2 and taking it all away with him. 4 in it and 11 on the board for Liquid. Stewie, the man in the middle, is good for that round.
Man of the hour for Liquid. They needed that round, right? Otherwise, this would have just fallen apart. Like G2, man up in a great position. And I don't know what happened there if they're getting blocked. Jax is caught out in the open. Got to remain aware of that connected position. But as said, it was a position that Liquid haven't had to deal with all half. That's the same case for G2. They've not really been lurking it. They've not been looking at mid. They don't know how Liquid have been playing that spot. So Stewie catches them off guard with the composition and just kills everyone. Great stuff for Stewie. And a saving grace for Liquid as their final pause is called. Early in the game as well. Not early, but they've still got plenty more rounds potentially.
One thing I think it's important to look at in that round there is G2, they do their classic. You know, they work hard, they get the opener, they go 5-on-4 up, and then they go completely silent, trying to leave Team Liquid guessing. But because no one's there to like pressure Fallen or force him off of ramp, he is given just a free avenue outside of that short smoke that Hunter dropped.
Yeah.
But once that fades, you know, like, and he's still holding down ramp, he actually starts to push. And that's why Liquid have so many bodies in B. You never even needed all 3 of them, right? Stewie basically won the round on his own. But it's only because Fallen was getting that info. This round is a lot faster. No more waiting. Instead, it's in-your-face CS. They rush down Team Liquid early, and the flashbang leaves Elige blind, but he's still good for the kill. Numbers starting to dwindle. Numbers becoming a problem. You don't like the way they're looking at you if you're Liquid, so you need players to recuperate some of these losses. In trying to do so, matters get worse, but only for a moment. That kill there has dropped the bomb in mid and throws this round into disarray for G2.
Yeah, they're trying to group up to get it together. Hunter may have B, but only because Liquid have left to lock down this bomb. Grim's here to win the round. Naf is playing a little bit more safe, right? They don't know where he could be at this point. He was last spotted in CT spawn, so he's putting distance between himself and the package. Playing for the A site. And maybe even a flank at that. Grim using his util, stalling out this bomb retrieval for G2. At this point, it's becoming pretty clear for Liquid where G2 are coming from. They've cleared out A, they've cleared out mid. They know it's a B take for G2. Grouped up, walking through. Naf leaving Grim on his own. And that's the orb honing in on the angle. Grim can't re-peek in. He finally gives up the package. Naf is flanked. Oh my goodness, this is a perfect round for Liquid. It's the last thing that G2 are expecting. Naf in the backline. Oh, he almost whiffs it, but he takes down Nico. Hunter takes the bomb, and B's being given over, but Liquid have the kit and the util for the retake.
Yeah, they've played into this to make it all count in the late round. Naf up through ramp. Grim late into middle. Temporarily, Hunter has a 1v1 versus a low HP Nafly. They've just gone past each other. They've just dodged each other. Hunter's going to get it, though. And now it's down to the 1v1. The realization dawning just a little too late. Grim up against it all without a smoke for the defuse either. So he has to fight this, and he has to win it big. Wrapping around, Hunter is hiding. Hunter's hungry. Just playing the time, playing with his food, in with the swing, and Hunter pulls off the 1v2 to get G2 back in the lead.
Oh, if you wanted one player there, if you're G2, to have to clutch it out, it would be that man, right? Nico may get caught retreating, but with a bomb picked up, Hunter, it's on his plate. It's exactly what he wanted. A round he can actually have the impact that he's trying to put up in, right? A lot of kills on a lot of lost rounds, not anymore. And I love the way the Liquid played that, but Naf got time down on B stairs, and Grim, I mean, he doesn't really have many options open. Only cool was to stick the bomb, and he didn't want to make that risk. This time, it's just pushing, it's just aggression. Liquid are miffed, and they've not got much to show for it, but that's a tap for Naf. Surely no more. Mac 10 at range, though, not pretty for Amadek. He calls for help, and well, Hunter's here to answer the call. 30 kills now, deep for this man. The Balkan boys brutalizing Liquid. And 4-2, no hope in this round for Liquid.
And it's another one where G2, like, they know they're up against pistols. They're in a 4-on-2. Like, to anyone else, this is looking unlosable, but they still take it slow. They're not feeling any pressure in a round like this. And they know that Liquid most certainly are. And so they don't want to fall prey to these USPs or like Deagles pushed up, hiding in a little corner. They send Hunter out to lurk through middle, but now he's secured the B site. That bomb can move up through the stairs.
You get motion sickness from how much he's tracking, how much he's checking, and the flicks from Hunter, man. It's just cerebral. He's on one. 3 kills in the round. And what do you do here if you're Liquid? Final chance. Actually, Harry, this is the exact position that G2 were in the reverse, back on Dust 2, right? Like, this is essentially your last chance. G2 are almost certainly going to be given 15 if you don't pick this up.
Yeah, pressure is really on now. And when the early fights mean as much as they do up against G2, it's very, very scary taking them. This AWP is set up at short side, and Fallen is going to provide the opener, taking a dink in the process. Hunter trying to trade it back out, and Nexus sprinted up the ramp, blindsiding Fallen. Stewie and him are in with a response, and Fallen's eyes are now back on the short side, not giving this position away. Nico will catch Naf wrapping from B, and now G2 might try and pick up the pace. They might try and take this B bomb site. Hunter still holding on ramp side, still not wanting to give up this real estate while he leaves his cousin Nico to work his magic in B. On the wide swing, Elige is ready for it. And now with that bomb dropped so far away, Hunter has to go and get it back before he can even begin to think about clutching this out in the 1v3. It's another big ask of Hunter, but this time an even rougher round to ask it in. A must-win round for Liquid as well. And so no one is moving a muscle. No one is keen to give Hunter the room. They have given up the A bomb site. That's something. Right? He can try and get a bomb plant here. Especially with how Liquid is set up. They're just playing around the info with the bomb plant. They'll hear the smokes, they'll hear the nades. They should trigger the rotations in towards A. And Hunter's still anticipating a fight gonna come through. Wasting a lot of his time here. No fights today. Not until You try to tap that bomb, and then Stewie through the smoke is going to lock it in.
Yeah, I mean, he played that well, right? The molly landed on default anyway, so it's either sit in the fire or sit in the spam. Neither is fun. Well, maybe if you're a Liquid fan, up to 12 now, and you see that missed smoke on the replay there as well. Liquid, you know, one that's meant to bounce off the pillar and go down into the A ramp, right? It could have been a very different round. Maybe G2 wouldn't have respected it anyway with that pace, but you know, it missed for Liquid. So that's a big detail that, you know, let G2 get very quickly into A. They've been playing fast in these last couple of rounds, right? That mid-rush round, the Hunter 1v2 has fallen. Oh my goodness, no fear. And what a scalp to find, taking Hunter through that short smoke. The first man out of the round. And Fallen's not done.
He's going back for more.
Dangerous decision.
That's ballsy, and while he does get one, like, credit to him for getting a second. I didn't even realize it's left a 3-on-3 open. Amanek taking space. Naf is flashed in, and there's the lineup that might have saved the day. Nico left in the 1v2. Naf just doing everything he can and not give the kill over. Oh, the swing. Nico is clean, and now just Naf has to finish the job he started. Nico navigates it to perfection, and G2 are up onto 14.
There you go. You wanted that second man where you got him alive and well, not just the orb. Back on the rifle and back in with another 1v2 for G2. They're full of them today. Clutch Kings right now in Vertigo. And Elige absolutely obliterated on that swing as well. Just so quick for Nico. My goodness, some of these faster rounds for G2 have really been the solution. And Liquid try and meet them in the middle. It's a bit of a mess. And even the re-aggression there, like Liquid, they've shown a good tendency to play for retake. I would have loved to see them go back into another one of those 5v4 retake scenarios. Fallen finds Hunter, it's a huge kill. You get back, relax, chill out. But instead, they keep re-aggressing, they keep getting caught. In a round like this, it's fine. You've already got very little chance. You've only got pistols. Someone's got to make a play. You would have loved to see Liquid like fall back in that 5-on-4, play the numbers game. Instead, it's G2 with all the numbers on the board. 15 surely found. Elige missing the dig, and Stewie in hot water.
Yeah, Liquid now need to grind out 3 in a row to get us to overtime, and it is going to feel like a real grind as well. With the money built up for G2, you're not getting any freebies anytime soon.
Yeah, we were wondering, right, after that pistol, after we saw Hunter come into this round with 20-ish kills, like, would he keep it up? Well, absolutely, no question about it. Clutches, opening kills, and now a UMP. What else has he got up his sleeve? Charging on A, selling this early fake. Fallen's going to fight him, but mollied out. And smokes on either side. This time, it does come down for Liquid, and G2 must respect it. Molly to get an AWP off, but Naf is fighting behind it. It's not like G2 are in a hurry either way. Surprised to see Hunter with a UMP over a rifle in a round they have money, but probably just going to be flashed in first. Going very quickly and jumping around corners into this B bomb site. We know the G2 love their SMGs. Amanek. Okay, Elige, you've been waiting all half, bud. You've been waiting all game. Now's your time.
Yeah, they hear Elige jumping for that peak, and they also hear the flash popping at ramp, so they know that there's 2 pushed up at B. Jackson Nexus start to deliver on this mid-take. Naf still waiting, needs to deliver something, and blinded. Will get traded by Nexa. Rotations into the B site for G2 start now to pour on in. Elige, while he does mop up the mid to B, now he's got to worry about the B site as well. And they're already up past Tetris. He spots the backpack. Good for the tags. And the killing blow for 1. It's a 2v2 to see who takes this map. Can Liquid keep it alive? Left up in the post plant, it's Nico and Hunter. Fighting side by side. Poetic almost as Grim and Fallen try and overwhelm them. Up through ramp slowly, it's Fallen. Sneaking in through the back line. Hunter is holding it, but only with this UMP.
Oh no!
Catches Fallen on the jump across and even swings to Grim to close it out. The UMP to end the second map, and now it goes to a third. G2 doing everything they can to keep this dream alive.
next, I would love to know if there's a player in particular who inspired your own pro CS career.
Well, there's two. The first one is, of course, Nico, seeing as he was like the first guy from the Balkan region to actually make it. He's like the guy who made it all happen, you know, who made the dream possible. In that sense, he's definitely been like an inspiration. And the other one is Kerrigan, because three and a half years ago when I started IGLing, I was pretty lost. Like, it was not my main role. I just kind of got like, you know, thrust into it. And as I was like learning and figuring out things that I can do, I was watching Kerrigan a lot, like how he plays, how he calls, you know, like trying to understand him. I really like what he was doing. Like, he was always trying to get the best out of his players, you know, like sacrificing himself and doing like whatever was necessary to make his star players shine. When I was in Crazy and Imperial before, definitely like my calling style and play style was just like a copy paste of Kerrigan. So he's been a great inspiration for me.
Did you ever have a conversation with him about the role?
No, never. Like, we never really spoke about it. It's because like before G2, I didn't really play a lot of like tier 1 events. Apart from the Berlin Major, I didn't play a single one.
Does he know that he was your inspiration?
I don't know if he knows or not, but I think I mentioned this in some other interview before, so maybe he does.
When you were starting out, when you were, for example, in the IGL role and you were looking at Kerrigan and trying to emulate what he was doing, did you ever imagine that you yourself would be leading a tier 1 team like G2?
That was the dream. Definitely, this is like why I started. Of course, it sucks that once I reached this level, everything went on lockdown, and I didn't really get the opportunity to play in front of a crowd yet, and you know, like feel this hype and everything. But yeah, like the main reason why I started playing CS and getting into it and trying to become a pro player was just like to get onto the stage in front of a huge crowd, to feel this energy, to scream and yell, you know, like to win a trophy. That's like the whole dream for me.
Is there a particular moment that sticks out in your mind from Kerrigan's career? Maybe it's on stage, maybe it's in an interview, anything that you saw and thought, wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's at CS Summit when we were playing grand finals against Mousesports, and he had to go back home, so he went on a plane, and then they played with the coach and they beat us. So he beat me while he was in an airplane. It was an amazing moment. I'll never forget that.
Well, the verdict's in, everybody. It's Team Liquid who can't find the success necessary to find victory on that of Vertigo, and we will be going into Inferno, the one true place to decide every series. I'm joined by Kasad, I'm joined by Yanko. We're ready to talk some sense about these guys from Serbia. You might know him. Nico seems to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, not as good as his cousin, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, Hunter, on the other hand, that's a totally different level.
You know, Hunter's cousin's playing all right, but Hunter is playing lights out,
yeah.
right? Like, he was the main reason, alongside the fact that G2 so far has won 4 pistols out of 4, converted the second round all 4 times, right? That with Hunter's great performance and the fact that they got the reset every time in the second half really was the difference maker here.
Yeah, like you said, I think they have been doing that since Katowice, like getting the pistols and converting successfully. So that's an improvement for G2 for now. But like you said, every important round so far, I think it went to G2's favor, and it kind of accelerated and helped them to get this map. I don't know. It felt like Liquid was gonna, you know, run away with the 2-0 here. But like I said, every important round went in the way of G2.
And, you know, I think when I look at this, I'm thinking, okay, this goes tit for tat. You know, it goes 1 round in G2's way. You turn around, there's 2 back for Liquid. It's just really a back and forth affair. And I can guarantee you that none of the 10 players in the server, coaches as well, nobody's comfortable with how that went. Yanko, I want to take a look in a deeper dive into that, though, and some of that, you know, back and forthness.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, here's the best way to depict it. Just pay attention, guys, to the second half, right? Over here, and you can basically see how G2 wins the pistol 3 rounds in a row, then 1 round for Liquid. Well, then G2 resets them, and 1 out of these 2, I'm drawing a face.
Yeah, it's cool, yeah.
So every time, right, this round is a gun round, then the second one is an anti-eco, right? Now, Liquid can buy again, they win a round. Well, they lose a gun round, they have to eco again, right? So there's just so many free rounds, quote unquote, for G2 just by winning the key rounds, the crucial rounds. That's why we say the swing rounds with the money is important. Every single time in the second half, G2 managed to win those ones, and that was why they were able to mount that very difficult comeback.
And on top of that, the 1v2 from Nico towards the end, one of the big rounds.
Yeah, that helped.
Like whoever lost that round would be without money in the next one. Nico, of course.
Hunter had a 1v2 earlier as well,
Clutched
right?
it, and then, yeah, third map.
Yeah, and I think it's more so that we talk about round 22, right? With EBS.
This was just one, like, where it was weird. G2 was in a 5v4, right? And they had an advantage, and they were just so slow to decide what they were going to do. And Stewie just won the round for Liquid. He just peeks, gets a kill. Nothing happens. After 3 seconds, he peeks again, gets a kill, right? And he just won the round for him. It was just weird to see that from G2. And that's what they can't really allow to happen, right? This is very rare that you're going to win rounds in such an order where you're constantly going to keep your opponent's economy low, right? So what's important is just the fact that they need to clean up a little bit their game. I would be amazed if they win 2 more pistols and convert it again, right? So
it's a problem, similar problem from Dust 2 as well. The transition on middle is super slow. Like when you're transitioning from lower up to cat, it went so slow for G2 there. And right now we saw that the example is round 22 where they were like up in middle, and then still you got like 1v1 duel, and then another one, and then another one.
And you can also
like
see the time, right?
Slow.
Like it's at the end, it's like 10 seconds. Like they had an advantage for more than a minute. You know?
Usually there is a problem with communication. Who has what nades at the point, because the round has already developed, and somebody doesn't have a smoke, so they need to communicate who's has the smoke. Maybe somebody doesn't know to throw the smoke for the left or the right side, and that slows things down. Somebody missteps a bit. Stewie gets 1 kill. There's always like a little bit of communication issues there than organizing mid-round.
Yeah, and that's just not something you can afford to have happen, especially when you look at Inferno. For a decider, you talk about smoking left and right, you know, hey, that's basically what we've got on Inferno, right?
Listen, if you're Liquid, just win a pistol, right? Like how much easier the game would be for them if they managed to do, you know, only that. But even if they don't, I'm worried now. G2 is actually, it took them a while. What is it, you know, 10 p.m., but they started to warm up for this game, and now they're, you know, playing, obviously Hunter playing really well, but everyone else started to contribute more, and that's where, you know, maybe worried a little bit about Team Liquid, that they might have missed their chance to win this series.
Even if I remember correctly, on Inferno, G2 had a struggle in like pace on Inferno. If you remember the game against Spirit, was it, where, or somebody else, when we had Nico for an interview where we asked him about the who made the call like to transit into a faster game. It was him who did it. Like they had a little bit of a problem with like pace, I guess, and then I hope they fixed it right now, because Liquid is not gonna make too many mistakes on this map.
They played better at Pro League, and you know, everyone knows the G2 signature strat towards A, right? Smoking library, smoking arch, smoking between default and graveyard. So I hope they show us some new things, right, over the time they had to practice since their group stage games.
Yeah, now is the time to shine. Thank you very much, guys. We're gonna get back to the game, to the action, which is exactly what we've all come here to do, and that's to watch the ESL Pro League Season 13 playoffs. G2, Liquid, no better place to be. Be right back.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
ESL Pro League is brought to you by Gaming Malta, Intel, US Air Force, 1xBet, and DHL.
Well, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And we're into the third map. It's Inferno. Team Liquid, a map to their name. They took G2's map Pick of Dust, and G2 did it right back to them. We had Hunter firing on all cylinders there on Vertigo. And he's looking to bring that same tenacity into Inferno, the third and final map of this series.
Double trouble, dual Berettas, and 4 sets of utility for Liquid. What the hell have they got in mind? Someone is let off the cannon right now. G2 bomb holding back towards spawn. They're moving up middle. Free and easy, fast. and Speedy out long side, and they're going to be splitting towards B as well. There are 3 players here for Liquid, so they've already got their eyes on that CT spawn. Very awkward, or at least it's about to be. Naf, oh, that could be a big nade. Dunking down, but Amanek falls on his face, and Stewie drawing them in as Fallen will not be checked, but Amanek jumping and catching the kill as Stewie tries to hold the bomb. He can only get 2. It's a nice try, but it's still G2 in control. With that smoke down, they've got a re-smoke as well, and the plant can be allowed. It's time to go through if you're a Liege. You don't really have the time to wait. They're going to give it a boost instead. Sending the Julies up over the USP, that's pretty crazy, but it works wonders. Now the retake's on.
Yeah, double Berettas a Liege. Make me a believer. Make me believe in the way of the dualies. Oh, there's Amanek in with another. And the double Berettas now, 1 tapped out of the round. Amanek finds all the kills to take that pistol for G2.
Wow. I mean, 2 of them probably mid-air as well on those first couple of kills coming up on the CT spawn. Let's take a look at that. Just hopping into Fallen here. And it doesn't get any easier for Liquid either. Dirty stuff for Amanek. G2, they've got to be feeling fired up as well. This series started so well for Liquid, right? Competitive all the way through to the bitter end, and it was bitter for G2 as Liquid blew them out on Dust. Right on that second half, but Vertigo, not quite as simple. Now G2, they're fired up. They're gunning for a win. They want to go to round 2. Who doesn't? Furia waiting in the wings. And quite the test for G2 with Liquid in such great form right now. This little break that we were talking about, this little couple of weeks off, seems to have done good for G2. Playing up to stuff. One AK, and on Nico of all people, the right hand. Re-smoked, Liquid stalling the round out with utility. But maybe met by some nades instead, dodged by Naf. Only 2 smokes left in the round for Liquid, so you can't really win the round off of this alone. It's not old Counter-Strike. Remember I was about to say good old days, but remember the days where you could save a smoke, throw it in, out of spawn, and then buy another? No longer the case. Inferno was a nightmare. And it is for Nexa right now. Flashed on through, but the fake is good. It draws 4 players over for Liquid. They're going to rotate back. They're going to aggress as well, so G2 need to go.
Grimathy, they're calling for you. He tries to run down Amanek. Amanek might be blind, but he still gets the kill. Elysian Fallen coming in with a frag apiece. Wow. And oh no, the bomb's been dropped. 15 seconds for Amanek to get another ace, and it's not going to happen. The Force Spy finds success for Team Liquid. The Deagles deliver, the Scout gets 1 as well. They bring the heat right away.
Yeah, it's a very funny scoreboard for G2, right? 6 and then 0, 0, 0, 0. No one else but Amanek alive just yet, but we'll give them time. We'll give them room. Liquid won't, though. That fast banana flank, right? They kill Nexa and they realize it's actually just a big old fakeroo, and they aggress on the fast mid flank, dropping the bomb while doing so. Liquid just, oh my goodness. Poor Liege. At the mercy of Nico's Deagle. Fallen. He dropped his gun to go for the AK, and oh, he didn't need a primary. Down to the pistol. Meanwhile, Nex is looking for this B pick. Stewie's giving him some yumps, but no smoke for Stewie, so he's got to be careful. These Deagles are just dirt right now for G2. Second kill on the second shot. Naf does respond. Keeps mid alive here for Liquid.
It's a series of taps, one after the other. And eventually that has to come to a close for Stewie 2K. He's about to get challenged by 3, waiting with this flash. He gets the info that there are players leaning in towards this B site, and so Naf starts to rotate round, starts to move in to join him. Flash through the smoke to try and set up Stewie. Doesn't blind anyone, they turn from it. Still, he's good for that first kill, and now the pistol's just looking to get swept aside. There was actually a collateral there. It dinked Naf down to 2. Stewie just took a bullet for Nafly. Now they're both tagged. Oh, Amanek. Oh, given a chance, given an opportunity, but Stewie keeps fighting right to the very end, and it does well by Team Liquid.
One more bullet for Amanek, and he has that round probably, Harry. He would have killed Stewie right there where he stood. I can't believe he hit a collat. But yeah, great stuff for Stewie as well. Solo for most of that round on the B bomb site and doesn't let them in, despite not having the util to stop any kind of late B play. Just holds his own with the MP9. So the taps come to a close eventually at a cost. And now Glocks. The rattlesnake here for G2. Hissing and clicking all the way up middle.
Hunter.
Snakes, man, they eat chickens for breakfast.
I can't believe I've just seen that.
All part of a balanced diet.
Dude just kills an innocent creature in cold blood and then itches his chin like everything's fine in the world. Man. Humans really are the monsters. Stewie 2K. One of those gremlins in question. Pushed right down the bottom of Banana and hitting a good timing onto Nexa. It is just anti-eco, so it should be nice and clean. Should be a nice, tidy round. And we're all left at the end of it saying, man, that was nice. That was a nice, tidy little put to bed. Nice, easy. Shouldn't be any deaths. And Naf trying to do good on that. Now, they've lost Stewie anyway. There's no recovering that. No Sage ult today. Naf locks down the Banana side and Liquid go 3-1 up. But now this is where things are about to really take a U-turn, right? Yep. The excitement level is going to step up once again because the investment's coming through for G2. They even have AWP money, but they decide they're not going to bother cashing that check just yet. Instead, running the rifles here. Fallen donning his AWP. Going to be unmatched by Nico on the other side.
Oh, the run boost is lovely. Stewie, will he take a peek with it? Fallen's right behind him. Stewie's going to swing, but no Banana control early. G2 knew that in this gun round, Liquid would have the utility. So it's best to leave that until later. A rain check on Banana. And Fallen posted with the AWP on top of the wall, looking away to dodge a flashbang that eventually should come through here for G2. He's trying to keep as much info as he can while still not get flashed out. Alicia, meanwhile, has just wall-banged Hunter out of the apartments. Reasonable stuff. Fallen flash dodge. Second one will get him off, though, and he's got to go back. Oh, no, he's trapped, and Jax has got the kill. G2, they could escalate. They could elevate the pace into B. The smoke will not be respected today. Nap is going to come through theirs, but Jax is so good at this entry, doubling down into the round, and Stewie going to try and stop the plant, but that nade will not do it. Great damage, but Nexa was full health. And that might be the coolest save here for Liquid as G2 find their second.
Yeah, kind of sucks for Liquid that that's what happens there, right? Fallen attempting to play anti-flash. Well, he dodges the first one, but they were always throwing that little double setup, right? Just in case anyone was playing anti-flash there for that exact reason. Fallen, as a result of being blinded, was late to getting out of Banana, dies trying to leave. And then when the rotations come in, that smoke that Naf throws, if anything, kind of telegraphs to like G2 that, oh, they're worried, you know, like they've thrown a flimsy little smoke very, very quickly from CT. They pick up the pace, they're ready for that peek through the CT smoke. And Jax goes on to deliver that round to G2.
Yeah, Jax has looked like really, really good, despite the little break in pro play from him. Focused on these English lessons. No doubt that they wouldn't have brought him back unless he was ready for the job. And right now, he's certainly looking up for the task as well. Had some great games in Pro League. Fallen still has the AWP back in. V Nico as well, picked up. You take the free AWP, I mean, why wouldn't you? And again, the util down Banana denies Nico any space. He's got to respect it. No point getting battered and bruised before the round has begun. Fallen AWPing short side. Took a peek mid, saw nothing. And G2, they really want this B side. They're still holding 3 players ramp side, waiting for this util to fade, but a resmoke down for Liquid, and the clock is restarted yet again. Even solo B once again for Stewie. This time, at least, he has a util for it. And, ooh, deep smoke and a lovely grenade to follow. And it slows G2 down, so they don't even go through it. Stewie holds on to this position for yet a few more seconds.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of just, you know, denying the banana control, keeping this solo B hold as, you know, in your face as possible. He's exerted a lot of pressure down banana for just one player here. And it's very much deterred G2 from looking at this banana side of the map, only leaving one man now to keep an eye on it. There's deep smokes going into CT, but Stewie's able to confirm while this isn't looking like a B play, they still rotate Naf to be cautious. And it's that decision that could come back to hurt Team Liquid. Now the A plays in, Elige doubling down, and with Fallen holding the cross, it all falls into place for Team Liquid. 4 in the round from those 2 remaining A-site players. Grim with the opener as well. And Liquid are up and on to round number 4, now breaking the money of G2 nice and early on.
Yeah, Leech probably very happy. He's now playing a site that's going to get attacked by G2 in this game, right? Able to double down with Fallen covering. Fast fingers on Fallen. No surprise there. Nothing new. And so Liquid now forced to pause out of G2. First to 4 coming in early. And that's probably somewhat around the money as well, right? 2 players unable to buy for G2. Got to figure that one out. Obviously, if there's any team that can run SMGs, run those UMPs, MAC-10s, it would be G2. Not going to have a problem, but how do you want to use them? How do you go about it? Right now, problem is banana. G2 have been wanting to try and execute B, but they've already been denied that in every single case. Apart from that one round where they catch Fallen, Jax with a double entry. You can't repeat that easily. Fallen's back on A as well. G2, they just say, screw it. Forget the Molotovs, we'll go right through them. Jax will take the risky move of getting up banana. 4 rifles in the round for G2, with Amanek dropping guns over to buy himself a MAC-10. And with that molly, finally that's the signal to give it up, or at least so it should be. Stewie stays here with a flashbang from Naf, ready and waiting. Can't throw it too early. Naf's only got 1. Stewie needs to strike, and he needs to strike strong.
Oh, he goes ahead of the flashbang, lining up a double. And getting away with that is all Stewie 2K needed to do, living up to his name. Team Liquid with Fallen here as well. He catches that AWP. Sorry, catches Nico with the AWP, jumping across, just trying to bait a shot out, trying to play for the info. He's dug the hole even deeper. G2, are they still moving in with this? Tucked in at the back of the site is Naf. Hasn't peeked out yet. He's a little nasty surprise for when you try to take this B-bomb site. Fallen's even able to accompany this with a flashbang to set Naf up. Oh, he peeked too soon and got blinded, but that's fine. They still don't know about him. They still don't know about Naf. If anything, a flash might make them focus in on the ruins, not anticipating that dark peek. Naf getting away with a freebie leaves it all on Hunter, and Fallen has him trapped in here. As the round secured, Team Liquid up onto 5. And now the money really is broken for G2. There's no ifs and or buts around it.
Glock fans? Any Glock fans in the house? Make yourself known. Might have a couple of them in this round. And yeah, Liquid, great start to this map. Obviously, Vertigo was a little shaky for them. And you got to wonder how that would have gone without Hunter playing out of his mind like he did, right? Probably would have been Liquids if Hunter didn't have two of those massive rounds, 2 or 3 of them. It's big clutches out of nowhere. Elige fighting mid, no fear now. Finally into the fray. Next, looking for Deegs. We know they can do G2 well. They have done so already, but trapped between a rock and a hard place, a Molotov and Stewie. And he'll get shut down. Fallen with the AWP. Nico does dodge the shot. That deals some damage out, and now G2 popping into this A site. The long play works. Falling off the balcony is Grim. He's going to drop pit side, and they're coming from both positions. He's going to catch the first. Nico trades, going for the gun now as the bomb plant is allowed. This is a very awkward round for Liquid that should never have got to this point.
Yeah, this was meant to be nice and easy. You know, they ran over the force by round like it was nothing, but the Deagles have caused them big problems. Nico with the 1 AK. It's been retrieved in this round, down in the pit, playing for the late game. Moving in through the short side, Liquid all grouped up, all going together. They spot on the other side of that smoke. Someone's homed in. Now Nico flashed off the angle, might still get the kill blind, and he does. Oh, Jax's Glock has rung out with a kill as well. And for Naf, it might just be the save game. He's getting out of there. G2 have snuck this round away with nothing more than a couple of deagles by their side.
They all die, but they don't care. They're laughing all the way to the bank. Not the round that G2 probably expected there. But when your players are only getting 1-for-1, and even then, optimistic for some. Retake's going to get cut out. It can be so hard on Inferno. That's the evidence for it, right? Even though an even retake for Liquid with the weaponry advantage, G2 managed to pick it up. Favors him so much when the bomb gets planted. And now it's Liquid's time to pause. Now it's them to figure it out. Do not let that happen again. Hunter's 0-7, by the way. Couldn't tell. G2's still competitive, so just wait till he warms up and things can get quite hot indeed for Liquid.
Yeah, you gotta hope that hasn't made Liquid feel too shaken up. You know, that's a round they know they shouldn't have given away. And they're the rounds you never feel good about, especially within the context of how close every one of these maps have been. Fallen is trying an aggro peak, and after getting hit by all that utility and being slowed down as a result, he still tries to commit to it, and that proves to be his undoing. The AWP removed early on. And so once again, Liquid starting around a man down. Now they're really feeling the pressure. Oh, extended even further. These B entries out of Jax have just been unreal. And even when you deal with him, there's so many more where that came from. This is a G2 round all day long.
Hunter's hunting. He's looking for exits. He's stopping saves. They haven't even planted. And oh my goodness, they will not be ready for the Apps lurk seconds after the bomb goes down. Hunter. Creeping, crawling, hoping, praying. Most importantly, hunting. And they are not even looking at it. Elige is tucked safe, but Grim in the pit, well, that's no surprise. Seen him there before. Elige turns on a dime, and he does deal with him. Big kill from Elige. That's the warning, though. Many more are coming. Amanek with a Molotov as well to try and force a player out. They've now spotted both players and dealt with the first. Ooh, pick your poison. The molly goes in deep. Grim's now burning, and he's got to smoke it if he wants to stay alive. Even then, Amanek is getting awfully close in your face. It's still going to be the round for G2, regardless of how that hunt goes. But Liquid would have loved to get away with a couple of guns there to maybe give them a chance to invest. I mean, even then, with 2 weapons, they could have only got 3 rifles, so wasn't going to happen. But even having the option is sometimes nice. And now they're just relying on Grim to get something done in this round. And, well, you know, when G2 know it's Grim with a gun, you can expect him to be in pit. So we'll see if you know, G2 adjusts their round off of that information. Grim's actually gone B to try and avoid that exact read. And he's going to go right into the action and open things up. Good start. Bounce out as well. They won't grab the gun. But considering, you know, I imagine G2 were going B to avoid that weapon, well, they run right into it.
Yeah, now they get the kill in A, and G2, I think, are hoping, you know, that's going to spur a rotation out of this rifle. It's very, very common, like these hero guns, to see them being mobile, right, and always trying to keep you guessing. Well, Liquid haven't done that. They've actually just set up Grim like some kind of sentry turret at the back of the site by putting him up on this boost. He's flashed off the angle, and while he is good for one, Amanek trades it out. The USPs, the only things left now for Liquid. The AK did all it could.
Yeah, fair enough for that one bullet. You say to yourself, this is not happening. Clean as can be in the post plant. 2 for Nico. Fallen, there are guns. He could grab it and run, but oh no, it's been traded. It's a Mac 10. Nope. Denied. Smoke. Fallen's the scavenger right now. Looking for Easter eggs in the garden.
Did you ever do that, Hugo? You seem like an Easter egg hunt kind of guy.
I took them all, man.
Yeah?
All mine.
That's pretty cool. Never did Easter egg hunts. Oh, Fallen. Has the AK been blowing his way?
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, there it is. He gets it. And makes money as well with those Mach 10 exits, right? You'll actually take that all day long if you're falling.
Great eco for Liquid.
Yeah, you could have even come in with a with an AWP here. He decides to... Oh, no, he doesn't decide to get it. He does get the AWP, but it's dropped over.
He dropped the AK to buy the AWP, you know? Can you read?
Wait, did he already have armor? I thought he bought that. Yeah, he only spent $5,000. He got dropped the AWP.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant he dropped the AWP over. My bad.
Hugo.
I feel you. I feel you, man.
Tearing my words apart.
He dropped a gun.
Look at this. Up into the apartments, G2. Trying to keep it very, very speedy in this round, perhaps with the apps drop. In they go. They're past Grim, kind of. And now down into the pit alongside them. Grim's going to join them in this fight. The bomb's dropped out on the balcony in a very weird spot, and now it's down in the pit with Grim. Oh no, it's gone from bad to worse. Nexter and Nico left in a 2-on-4. The apps play has been denied.
Yeah, it's gone down well for Liquid right there. The speed of G2 not allowed, fully accounted for. Grim, don't know how he's still standing. The molly tries to make him not, but with the bomb at his feet, he just moves out of the flames. G2 giving it a go. It's all they can really do in this round, pushing up in tandem with one another. Naf is flanking middle. He's right behind. He's not in a rush, though, as you know, G2 aren't either. So Liquid don't want to get caught on a flank. Even though it's not like G2 can kill Naf and go back to B, they've still got to get this bomb. Naf doesn't want to give them a way in, a means to an end. So Nico looking for the kill first up. Does a pre-aim fallen, can't hit the shot. Next following up, and there's too many targets to choose from. 3 alive for Liquid, and they come out with 6. Stewie doesn't even take the Krieg over the FAMAS. That's crazy. Elige probably would have taken that. But either way, was looking for more, and instead got less. Nonetheless, it's a round for Liquid, and yeah, I don't know how Grim gets avoided here. He just gets dropped on. Causes a pit player, I think it was Elige, to die. But Grim trades it pretty well, and even though Nico pre-aimed this angle perfectly, Fallen's very fast. Nothing new there.
Yeah, so kind of like cobbled together force buy here for G2 to keep that pressure applied. They know they got Liquid in like this sweet spot where no money's been built up yet, and so anything they take away is super valuable to this G2 offensive. An early 4-man stack for Liquid towards the A bomb site. You'll note that Naf has peeled away from B, leaving it to Stewie. Fallen through the smoke, in with the opener. And once again, another attempt at an apps play, but this time with more of a focus on short. Still, Grim is the undoing of it. 3 in the spray, and looking for magic number 4. There it is. Grim from the balcony is their worst nightmare. Liquid up onto 7, and it's another big A hold coming in to get them there.
He's Grim visible right now. They can't see him, Harry. How does Hunter not realize he's looking at him in the smoke? It fades, and Grim's calling for a flash that never is even needed, as he just obliterates Hunter, drops in, kills everyone.
See, Grim visible should be his like Kim Possible cartoon spin-off,
that's
right?
What
Yeah. Grim visible. That's brilliant.
Yeah. You want to be Ron? He was the ginger, but I mean, you could be the bald ginger.
I'll be the little bald mole rat thing.
Oh, yeah,
that's
better.
me.
Yeah, no, that works.
Hi, I'm a rat. / mole.
Any mole men? Make yourself known. Security will be removing you.
I had to read that in GCSE English of moles and men.
Impossible. Oh, no,
yeah.
Well, Liquid is just telling G2 to stare at the rabbits. Think about those rabbits, Lenny.
Think of the, what was it, alfalfa or whatever? Look out there. Oh.
Man, that's a throwback.
Look at this. Just picture the farm, G2. It's all going to be okay. It's all fine.
Gun to the back of the head.
Keep looking. Look at this. Oh, Nico gonna take a little peek out through short with the Deagle and runs into Elige. It's a slow round out of G2. They're hoping, right, that like by taking it slow, you at least waste utility out of G2, out of Team Liquid rather. So you force a lot of reinvestment. They lose the bomb. With it, really any hope of getting this bomb plant, But they did find a kill. They did waste utility out of Liquid, so they force a little bit of reinvestment here heading into round 14.
Yeah, we've seen some B rounds out of G2, but in the last few, they've actually lent away from it, and Liquid have had really nice flank timings, right? Stewie pushes down there. Naf flanked in that one round where the bomb was dropped in pit by Grim. And yeah, Liquid have been really good at not overextending on the flanks and like giving G2 ways back into the round, but still closing rounds off of B pushes. So that's like a really good balance. That's when you know your CT side is going well. You're feeling the game. You know exactly what G2 are doing. And now you're starting to throw caution to the wind. Spanners in the works. And Liege right down middle. Pushed into position. And there's a gap in the smoke. Nexa finds him. My oh my, that is not what Liege wanted. The smoke bloomed on the molly and not to his favor. Hunter's got a gap as well. Grim, don't want to feed him, but he won't. Backing out before the fade. Meanwhile, B execute in mind here for Liquid. With Fallen getting more and more info. If he peeks any wider, he might even make that call to Grim to rotate because mid is completely clear. Or they're going to go back, and that should keep Grim here for a moment more. And that moment more is all G2 need to get Hunter in position and set up this execute. Stewie and Naf, the final smoke going down, stalling another 15. They boost up Naf. And how do they want to play this? Stewie wrapping back towards a spawn side, playing from coffins. Motor Smoke, I think, misses there. So not what you want if you're G2. Not by any means is that let's Fallen pick either side to play on. Stewie's lining up a flash for Naf. Oh, Fallen's missed the timing. And Hunter, no way he creeps behind long. Fallen turns on a dime, but he misses a shot. And Hunter's got his road to recovery into the CT spawn.
Yeah, pressure's now on for the B-side players, right? They've got to contest with this man that's lost in the back. Right now, they're focusing on the front, though, and that might be the right call to make. 20 seconds. Hunter's still all the way over here at A while the B play's coming in. Hunter is cutting down these rotating players, but you still need to get this bomb down, and Stewie denies it in the B bomb site. Oh, the flashbacks are in. Stewie taking it all away. 9 up on the board for Liquid, and there's just not enough time in the world to get past Stewie 2K.
Oh, how does he do it, man? It's like you know, in the back of his mind at all times. Like, I've been here, I've done that, and now he's got the T-shirt as well. Wearing G2's skin, man. Up to 9 rounds. And yeah, even though Hunter's not rushing that CT flank, it's exactly what Naf is expecting. He drops off the boost. Liquid are waiting for the flank. It's not a problem. Naf still gets one before he falls off. And that's G2's money broken. This half was so good for them. They were up in control of it. Now they can barely hold on to their money. Pennies pilfered by Liquid. Pickpockets. Oh, G2. Around the world. From Banana to Ramp to Apps. And 3 players battered and bruised while they do it. Liquid leaning B right now. Alicia's here. Lining up a flashbang if things are going to get dicey. The low players grouped up. What could go wrong, hey? Not a nade, not a spray. HE's on Grim in pit, so I get a little concerned. But he is under the balcony, so he's in a very safe position, waiting for them to commit. And even so, Grim can once again get this multi-kill from this position. Actually, he's on top of the balcony, excuse me. Smoke's fading, and here comes G2 for the last round of the half.
Can Grimothy do it to them again? His performance in Apps has been something to behold, but this time... Grim with the turn! Takes them all out of the apartments, and that's it. Apps is closed, it's done. Grim has cancelled out the half. Oh, man. Liquid up on a 10, and G2, they've got to play catch-up.
Hey Future Pros! Today I'll be showing you a sick smoke to block off Banana on Inferno from the A side. This smoke is incredibly precise, so if you want to use it, you will have to practice it a lot. To throw the smoke, get into this corner at the haystack. That's the easy part. Now onto the hard part, the actual lineup. For this explanation, we will use enhanced footage. If you look closely, you'll be able to see these two lines. Now let's pretend this is a box. You will position your crosshair along the top of this imaginary line and ever so slightly to the right. If you're on the correct pixel, then congratulations! You will be gifted with a smoke that lands at the base of banana. If you mess it up, don't worry, just tell your team you were going for a T-stairs smoke and it should all be good. Good luck with this one.
That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide, and with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine, calling their phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing bees on stages for their ones gracefully, and I got a smile.
É isso aí, pessoal. Vou fechar a transmissão. Tenham uma boa